In an age of universal stupidity, thinking is the only active war left. If you feel like something is fundamentally wrong, if you feel that quiet rage building in your chest, you're already a threat to the system. Look at your hands. Right now, you're holding a device that can access the entire sum of human knowledge. Yet, statistically, you've never been more distracted, more tribal, and more easily controlled. We were promised a digital utopia, but we built a digital nursery. We are the generation that was given every tool to become gods and instead became golden retrievers waiting for the next notification. While you're being fed easy content, your ability to think your one true weapon is atrophying. Today, we aren't just looking at why the world is getting stupider. We're reperforming an autopsy on the modern brain to show you how to use this decline to your absolute advantage. I've analyzed the history of the Socratic method and the latest neuroplasticity research. I'm not here to tell you to delete your apps and move to the woods. I'm here to help you rebuild your cognitive immune system so you can navigate a world designed to make you fail. We gather here today to mourn the death of the human mind. Look around you. You see people moving, breathing, and scrolling, but they are not thinking. We have buried the very thing that made us human, the ability to think independently, and replaced our curiosity with clicks. You want to believe you're different, but the truth is that you might be exactly what they engineered you to be: obedient, distracted, and comfortable in your chains. Intelligence isn't a gift you keep forever. It is a muscle that atrophies the moment you stop using it. And you stopped using it the day curiosity became optional. Picture an inventor in 1880. He sat by candlelight, teaching himself theory from books he could barely afford. He had to think or starve. Now, picture yourself scrolling for 6 hours a day. Your brain is lighting up like a slot machine, getting everything it craves and nothing it needs. When you can be fed, entertained, and validated without ever asking a hard question, your mind has no reason to stay sharp. You can coast on autopilot until you die. That is exactly what the system wants. This is the Google effect in action. We are outsourcing our memory and our reasoning to machines. When every detail of life is Googleable, we stop trusting our own ability to reason things through. Psychologists call this information overload. When the volume of data overwhelms the brain's natural rhythm, we stop reflecting and start taking shortcuts. We are not thinking machines that feel. We are feeling machines that think. We have traded the slow, deliberate logic of what researchers call System 2 for the fast, emotional reactions of System 1. Critical thinking lives in that slow system. But when algorithms and AI do the thinking for us, that system falls into disuse. Like an idle muscle, your deeper reasoning is beginning to atrophy. Friedrich Nietzsche warned us about this over a century ago when he spoke of the last man. The last man is a creature that no longer strives or grows. He blinks and says he has invented happiness while choosing the path of least resistance every single time. That is the comfort trap. Comfort doesn't destroy you quickly. It whispers until your mind stops working. This isn't an accident. It is a deliberate design. There is an industry built around keeping you just smart enough to work, but too distracted to question. It starts in schools that reward obedience over curiosity and continues in a media landscape that prioritizes outrage over accuracy. We live in digital echo chambers where we only hear our own voices reflected back at us. Algorithms curate our reality, turning us into digital tribes. This creates a terrifying inversion of credibility, where the less you know, the louder you shout. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect on a global scale. People with the least competence dramatically overestimate their abilities because they do. I know enough to recognize their own ignorance. In this environment, honest curiosity feels like betrayal. Thinking for yourself becomes a kind of treason against your tribe. The theologian Dietrich Bonhoeffer argued that stupidity is actually more dangerous than evil. Evil can be protested or exposed, but stupidity is a systemic threat that cannot be argued with. Stupid person is often stubborn, easily manipulated, and capable of supporting the most dangerous ideas because they have lost the ability to reason. But here is the final revelation. The one they want you to realize. The decline of the masses is the greatest opportunity for the individual in history. We are entering the age of intelligence arbitrage. While everyone else's attention span is shrinking, your ability to focus becomes a competitive moat. In a world of NPCs, the person who can focus for 4 hours becomes a superhuman. The shallows of the masses create a deep ocean of opportunity for you. Do not just resist for moral reasons. Resist to win the game of life. Your mind is the last territory of freedom in a world designed to enslave it. Every hour you reclaim from the screen is territory liberated from the enemy. To reclaim your mind, you must start with the 30-second rule. Pause before reacting to any headline or notification. Force your system to brain to engage. You must diversify your mental diet. Deliberately follow thinkers you disagree with to break the walls of your echo chamber. Use the teach-back method. Explain a complex idea to someone else to find your own knowledge gaps. Real thinkers do not fear being wrong. They fear staying unexamined. Finally, perform a stoic audit every night. Ask yourself, what did I assume today that might be false? This simple exercise forces your mind into deeper reasoning and clears the space for truth. The unexamined life is no longer just not worth living. It is now a massive liability. If you choose to reclaim your attention, you aren't just waking up. You're becoming the most valuable person in any room. The choice isn't between being smart or stupid. It's between being the product or being the player. The comfortable will call you arrogant. The obedient will call you dangerous. Let them. For the first time in your life, you are standing alone, thinking clearly, and refusing to bow. You are no longer part of the stupidest generation. You are the resistance against it. Welcome back to consciousness. Now, guard it with your life. Be dangerous. Think deeply. Resist always. This is how we reclaim what was stolen, one awakened mind at a time.